Okay, flying mounts in a triathlon. Some of you do them, some of you probably don't. For those of you who do, here are some tips and tricks on how to get the best result with the VeloVetta cycling shoe. The biggest difference is with the VeloVetta shoe, you need this lever to stay open when you get on your bike and start pedaling to keep the shoe open. And if you don't use rubber bands and the shoe comes and hits the ground, as it will do, you run the risk of closing that lever partially or fully, and then you'll have trouble getting your foot in the shoe. So I highly recommend using rubber bands, and there's a lot of different ways you can set that up. I personally like to have the right shoe back, so I'll show you how I set up my bike for a flying mount. So for the right shoe, I just loop a rubber band through the heel loop like this, hook it onto my rear derailleur like this, and that's it. Easy as that. Once you start pedaling, one thing you might have to do is after you get your foot in the shoe is reach down and pull that rubber band to break it or pull it off the derailleur. For the left shoe, I usually use 2 rubber bands and I hitch them together like this. And then put one end here, and then the other end I tie around my seat stay. Just like that, ready to race. Okay, so for my flying mount, I usually just step on the left shoe first, swing the leg over, get my foot on the right shoe, start pedaling until I get to where I want to put my feet in my shoes. And then usually the first thing I do is go ahead and break that so that I can get a hold of the loop back here. And I get my foot started in the shoe. And then after I do that, I usually grab the tongue area and pull one more time, go back to here, and then off we go. So one more time, I break the rubber band, I grab the loop, I get my foot started, I grab the tongue area, in, closed. So at the end of the race, it's time to do your flying dismount. And so you just pop your foot out, put it on, and then close. And the reason why you want to do that is so that when you complete your flying dismount, the back of the shoe hits the ground a little bit less while you're running with the bike. And that's flying dismount. So that's the flying mount and dismount with VeloVetta shoes. I actually usually ride with socks, even in a sprint triathlon, and it makes this even easier. Something else some people do is put a little bit of body glide on the top of their foot before the swim, and that makes it easier as well. You may come up with your own special way that you like to do things. Good luck in your next race.